beautiful seekers, welcome back to the Existential Shift. If you're new to the channel, hi, my name is Morgainne. This will be in all signs. I'm going to go through one by one of each and every zodiac sign. I'm going to focus on receiving specific messages, so it might not speak to everyone out there, or not even to most of you out there. I'm just going to ask for the most poignant, important messages that need to come through for each and every single one of the signs. I'm going to work with the tarot, but I also have my oracles to my side in case I feel like I need inspiration. So thank you for tuning in. If you want to timestamp this later, that would be awesome, and thank you. Otherwise, just sit back and enjoy. Anything I want to say to that? I do ask for messages from loving, skilled ancestors for you guys. Not all of them are in alignment. Not all of them are in tuned. We want to make sure that we're not counting any energies that have, their own subjective agenda. Rather, those who care for your highest good, and are able to clearly give you a message that will benefit that. Okay? So, feel free to say hi to me in the chat if you're watching this live. If you're watching the recording, feel free to say hi in the comment section. Let me know which sign you are, where you're tuning in from, and if any of the messages that I've given resonate with you or sound like someone familiar from close in line as opposed to someone from the past you might not even know. I'm always curious about how things resonate with you. If you don't resonate with the message, let it go. Not everything is for us in that moment. You can always, I actually encourage you to watch your other placements, especially if you know your moon sign. So, this is important for me to say. Yes, watch your sun sign. Yes, watch your rising sign. But specifically with ancestral bloodline, I recommend, if you know it, watch your moon sign, because our moon is very much linked to our ancestors and our bloodline and our soul DNA, and often also karma from the past that we're carrying. All right, so with all that said, let's just get into it. I'm debating if to start working with the Spellcaster's Tarot or with the Light Seer's Tarot. So I'm going to shuffle a little bit just to feel it out. I'm also recording it on a really empty moon. It's a night before the new moon in Leo. These are timeless, so whenever you're tuning in, it's for you. But the energy now is like empty space, the abyss. It's a really good energy to tap into anything from beyond and ancestral, because there's not much energy happening that kind of blocks or interferes. So, and Leo does have association with ancestry. Right, it's the lion, king of the jungle. So, and the moon now is in Leo. Just a pointer. It's not really as meaningful as just me sharing with you out loud my thought process. If you feel inspired by this video and these messages, be sure to share them with your circles so that they can benefit other people as well. If you hear a message that you believe a friend of yours or a family member or someone that you know could really hear it, that it's for them, share it with them. Yeah, I'm not picking up on spellcasters quite yet. Let's see if the Light Seer's Tarot deck is speaking to us at this time. Yes, the as I was shuffling, the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune came out, and I take it as confirmation that this deck, I should work with this deck for this. Okay, so let's put spellcasters on the side and clear the table. I do have incense lit, dragon's blood incense, and I feel like I want to invoke angelic guidance and presence for these readings. So I'm gonna pull a message from the Ask an Angel Oracle and see which angel comes out and wants to be the patron of this reading and of these messages. For the ancestral bloodlines that will come through in this reading, for all my seekers, who is the angel that wishes to patron this and guide this? What is the angelic frequency that wants to be here with us? Fuel, intuition. And I love that we have the moon here. If you remember that I said that you want to watch your moon sign as well. If you only watch one, watch your moon sign. I recommend to watch your different placements to kind of have a broader picture, but if you only choose one, let it be the moon. They're speaking to, and this is for all seekers, all signs right now, your ancestors are speaking to you via your intuition. So your inner voice, your quiet, still, calm, intuitive voice is your ancestor or ancestors that are communicating with you. So they're speaking to you through your intuition. So never discount your intuition. Listen to your heart, listen to where your feet take you. Focus on your breathing because that really helps quiet the mind and hear our inner voice. So I'm going to leave it here in front of me just as a reminder. Okay, great. I'm going to put these aside. All right, so let's go by order. I'm going to start with Aries, and we're going to go from Aries through Pisces, but then we'll finish up with Ophiuchus. So everyone who's watching, whether you're live or watching this as a recording, take a deep breath, straighten your spine, relax your shoulders, breathe from the nose, breathe out from the mouth, and make it deep. Ask for light-based, truth-based, poignant messages to come through for you. And ask of your own mind and mechanism to be able to grasp and process any important messages that is coming in for you. Okay? I see you guys here, but no one is saying hi to me in the chat so far. Feel free to say hi. Because otherwise, what's the point of going live? I could just record. Okay. Hey, Diania Bennett. Hi. Did I mess up the pronunciation of your name? Diania. I don't know. How are you today? This evening? What's your sign? Where are you tuning in from? Sun in Sagittarius, Sun and Moon in Sagittarius, and you're from Nebraska. Cool. Huh. I think it's hot everywhere. All right. Aries. Aries seekers. The Aries seekers that could benefit from messages that come through in this reading. What does Aries need to know? Message from ancestors, from loving, skillful ancestors of Aries. What do they want Aries to know? Some of you are feeling guilty for something you're not supposed to be feeling guilty for. Something that is very natural, especially natural to you, I'm getting strongly. There's no right and wrong about it. It's not a matter of truth versus lie, justice versus injustice, the right way versus the wrong way. It's just an aspect of personal subjective existence that is completely valid, and it's even important to the ecosystem. We all have a role in this ecosystem. Without the wolves being wolves, there wouldn't be rivers. I'm not going to go into the entire process and domino effect of it, but it's just one example out of many. Without bees, all the ecosystem collapses. They need to be. The bees need to be a bee. So be a bee. Busy bee. Be who you are. Be what you are. Be what you are. I got corrected. You can change and modify who you are, but what you are. It's interesting. And it's very fitting for Aries. You're like the first sign in the zodiac. You're cardinal fire. You're creation. You're the Genesis, right? You're the Bereshit bara Adonai. So you're the spark of life. That you know. You're the initial fire on which Taurus can cook, right? So if you're not what you are, the entire zodiac wheel, the entire ecosystem of our soul's blueprint and what it is that we're supposed to do and progress as kind of collapses as well. Like of all the signs, Aries is the one that needs to know what they are and who they are the most, but most especially what they are. What you are is important, it's beautiful, but I'm picking up like that there's a level of guilt or shame or trying to change that. Trying to change nature is resistance, and it's also kind of vain. You know, okay, some things you came here as karma that you can transmute and convert and to make different choices and change. But some things are your dharma, meaning your essence and reason to being here, your purpose, what your soul signed off on when with its free will, and what it is that you're supposed to deliver to the world and how it is that you're supposed to contribute to the world. And those are things that if you fight, it's like a bird's trying to be a fish or a fish trying to be a bird. The ocean need the fish, the sky need the bird. They can hang out together, but they shouldn't be doing like any suicidal missions by stepping outside of their element. Now, it's not to say that the elements don't meet, right? And that a bird and a fish can't be besties. But, you know, and you could be a different type of fish and you can be different types of birds. But know thyself and honor that. I feel like there's actually something to be proud of when it comes to what it is about yourself that you feel like you think, you got corrected, you think you should change. That's your ego. You tell yourself it's your higher devoted self. It's your ego. Okay, we don't need the cards for this one, at least not yet. This is beginning to look like so far it's been a channeled message. So let's see, anything more about this for Aries or anything else about this for Aries from a loving, skillful ancestor and or ancestors of Aries. I'm hearing the song Ocean Eyes. These ocean eyes. Something about that song, so maybe you want to, it's with, what's her name? Just YouTube it, Ocean Eyes. Something there for you. Hello, nicest toad. A heart right back at you. Aries. You are not the sign that determines endings. I'm hearing you are the sign that determines beginnings. If you feel really inclined to have a new beginning of some sort, then it means something. Listen to your instincts. Aries have very strong instincts that are your birthright as your good karma. You come here as an Aries, an aspect of it is great, strong gut instincts. Okay? The initiator. So as you go with the gut instinct based new beginning, the endings kind of dissolve by themselves. Whatever needs to end will dissolve by itself. As you put initiation and power and energy to what it is that you're creating or beginning or starting or igniting, the rest will just kind of fluidly fall away. Now, of course, sometimes you got to clean the residue and respond and be proactive in things, but initially, not initially, but mostly the energy you want to put in and focus on is have the new start, right? Or go with the instinct of there's something I should be doing or something I need to do. Anything else? I'm hearing tell them. Tell them. Be honest. Until you tell them, you won't truly know. Tell them your thoughts or how you feel, whatever applies, you know. Don't judge what it is that they think or feel based on whatever assumptions. Obviously, if they told you clearly, then that's yeah. But if you're in doubt, if you're not sure, tell them. You know, ask them. You know, put out there. Aries is also not a sign that is meant to hoard feelings or thoughts. It burns you on the inside. Like, you're not very good at holding things inside. I mean, you aren't, because you're strong. You're able to do that, but it's not fitting to your system. It burns your system on the inside. It's hurtful, and it comes out in aggression, frustration, bad dreams, illness, anger, irritation, itching, you know, whatever the case may be, it plays out, it can play out in all kinds of ways. That's because your system is telling you, why are you keeping this inside? You know, do something about it, say something about it, tell them. That's the thing that keeps playing in my ear. So I just want to drop the coaster. I need to aim the fan on me. There you go, that's better. All right, where were we? Okay, Aries, I feel like that was your message. I hope this was helpful. Let me know. Next is Taurus. Hello, Crimes Against Art. Welcome. I'm messing with my hair. Let me braid it. Let me just braid it so it's not really messing with it. Taurus. Start braiding your hair. I don't know, what is it about braids that, I don't know, could feel good for you to braid your hair. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm just moving things around so it's making more sense. I don't know why I placed it the way I did, but I just want to change things around a little bit. My laptop is in the way, and I just want to have everything in front of me clear and easy. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Taurus, message for specific Taurus that needs, for Taurians, seekers who need to hear this, from their loving, skillful ancestors, wish to come through. Nicest toad. Oh, it speaks to you, the braiding? Cool. All right. Taurus, message from your ancestors to Taurus. It's time for you to walk regally, royally. It's time for you, that's the braiding thing. Could be just an analogy. It's time for you to dress the part, sit the part, walk the part. Your intonation, your body language, your choice of words, your choice of outfit need to represent you and the best aspects of you. See it as an exercise. I'm not going to say fake it until you make it, because it's not something that you're supposed to fake. Quite the opposite. You're bringing out who you are. If anything, I want you to stop faking it from a place of habit. You know, throughout our life, we gather characteristics that we learn from our environment that we feel like can benefit us or serve us in a certain way, or we see that it works for others, so we kind of adopt them and adapt to them, and it becomes who we are, what we are, or this is the way we talk, this is the way we walk, this is the way we dress. Instead of reaching out automatically to something in your closet that you would wear, take a moment and think it through. Is this what I want to present to the world today? Does this showcase who I am? Um, Uranus has been really pulling a number on Taurians in the past, what, like 6 years? Yeah. Next year, it's going to leave your sign and move into Gemini. Hallelujah. Uranus does a lot better in an air sign. It breaks a lot less stuff down. Like in Taurus, it's very physical. It affected your system physically, right? It could have been like to the bone affecting you painfully. Like it's a real reconstruction of yourself that has occurred in the past 6 years, and there was so much that needed to be shed. But now you're in the part of the journey where you've shed so much. Now it's like, okay, who am I then? I can't wear this anymore. Can't do that anymore. So what do I wear? What do I do? How do I walk? How do I speak? Those are the questions you're now asking yourself and tapping into. Just focus on it. Make it fun. Don't make it like a task. Make it like a fun game. Okay, enjoy it. Create yourself, or recall yourself. This is more a recalling of who you are, and it doesn't matter what it is you do or where you go. Exude that energy all the time. Practice it. Let it be your energy work. Let it be your training. Even if there's no one in the street and you're going out for a walk at night, walking your dog, or just to stretch your limbs or whatever, and no one's watching, still walk and dress as if people you care about what they think that can affect your future are watching, as if. And that will strengthen the muscle. And then when you're actually in different environments, it will just naturally be, right? Because it already comes easy for you. What else for Taurus? You need to stop presenting yourself as weaker than you are or as sillier than you are. If you know the answer, say it. Don't apologize for it. If you can correct a mistake, kindly and respectfully and politely correct the mistake, but still do so. Don't hide what you know or what you can just to not make other people feel lesser or insecure or feel like you know better. If you know better, you know better. If you can do better, you can do better. Sometimes it's not about their hurt feelings as it is about what needs to be done. Don't tell someone that they're right when you know that they're wrong just to avoid a discomfort. They're not avoiding discomfort. They're not, not arguing with you so that everything is harmonious. So, and I get that you're like, well, someone needs to be the bigger person. Yeah, well, it doesn't always have to be you, Taurus. And sometimes when you enable other people's insecurity and sometimes stupidity, you enable their insecurity and stupidity. They're not inspired or triggered to do better. It's not to say that it's your job to trigger them to do better, but if it faces you and it's either that or belittling yourself, don't belittle yourself. I'm picking up on Taurians that have been playing it small in their environments, in their societies, because they wanted to get along, they want to have friends. I think some of you are used to from childhood that if you're the prettiest or the smartest, they just don't like you, the kids, so you don't have as many friends. You were just around the wrong kids or the wrong friends. The right ones will admire you or love you or appreciate you or simply accept you for being brilliant and talented. So let it shine. you know? And now I'm like, no, I'm unbraiding. So you want to have a braid, put on a braid. You want to take off the braid, take off the braid. You know, whatever. Have a mood, you know, change. That's okay. Taurus. How are you guys doing? How are you feeling? So far, so good? Every now and then, send a sign of life. Okay. Taurus. Don't let anyone hide you. Don't be hidden. There's nothing about you that needs to be hidden or isolated. Just be like, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to be there. Letting someone suppress you is not humility. It's letting someone suppress you. And you're wise enough to tell the difference. You know, you're wise enough to know when someone is doing this versus when someone is doing that. You're so intuitive, Taurus. You're like, your intuition is in your skin. Like, your skin gets uncomfortable, you know, or comfortable, depending. You physically feel when someone has, you know, not clean intent, but they're presenting it as if clean intent, like they're gaslighting you. I'm really getting strongly, don't isolate yourself, and don't get isolated by someone else. Your presence at this time is very beneficial to others, to their karma, to their dharma. You're serving as a catalyst without even knowing it, from the things you say to the things you do to the way you walk. It's just, and they get their own conclusions, but you're not meant to be isolated. Anyone who's isolating you now from others is isolating people's dharma from them. That is a whole can of worm of terrible karma that they impose on themselves, but just don't let, but it's not about them or their karma. You're not about saving them. You're about, don't get isolated. Sorry, I feel like I'm reiterating, but it just keeps coming up. Anything else for Taurus? An angel message is wanting to come through. Message for Taurus. What do you have to say for Taurus? Clearing Archangel Michael. Wow. That's beautiful. So, Archangel Michael is clearing the path for you. It's being cleared for you. You gotta, sometimes you gotta respond and be proactive in co-creation, right? But he's really guiding the way in that respect. So if you feel like there have been obstacles to your dharma, sabotage by other people who mean it or don't mean it, it doesn't matter. You know, sometimes people can sabotage your stuff because they're sleepy and egoic and projecting and believe they're doing what's right, but oh mon Dieu. But like, they're being inspired to move away from their sabotage, just to have you be able to live the way you're supposed to live right now, because they've been actively in the way. They've been like, I'm picking up, you have some people that have been manipulating situations in order to, with some of you, in order to isolate you from something, from someone. Wow. They're being cleared. If they will insist on sabotage, then they will be cleared. If they will let go, then everything will be okay. But either way, this is a path that is like, it's not, our dharma is always in the cosmic will, right? Because it serves the cosmic will and the cosmic expansion, or maybe equilibrium is a better word. And whenever there's sabotage to dharma, there's sabotage to equilibrium. Now that has historically been how we compile karma, right? By either sabotaging our own dharma or others' dharma, or them sabotaging our dharma, and just kind of creating knots, unnecessary knots, that we spend so much time and energy on detangling before we can even begin regain walking on the path of dharma, and reclaim that path. So, but now, and this kind of trickles to other topics that are in this other spiritual topics. It's, you know, if you've seen my New Earth Prophecy on my 13th Element playlist, you really, if you haven't, you really want to watch that. It's from a few years ago, but super relevant still, and will remain relevant for the next at least a decade, if not more. So watch it. Just type in New Earth Prophecy, the Existential Shift, 13th Element, or just scroll down my 13th Element playlist. It's for everyone. But so right now the Earth is raising its frequency, and things are happening faster. There's less patience in the cosmos to accumulating more karma. So it's not that it's exactly completely meddling with our free will. There's still mostly free will, but they're starting to meddle. Like if people are extra sleepy and starting to like put pins or sticks in the wheels of those who are like yourself, that are on the path of their dharma and are in tune, then Archangel Michael is very proactive, masculine type of archangel, right? They're going to fight, they're going to do, they're going to act, they're going to intervene. So that's good news, but still be in tune, Taurus. Okay. But it's being cleared for you. You're being helped. That's awesome. Okay. Is there any Aries or Taurus in the house that has resonated with the messages that you were given so far? And thank you to the spirit or ancestors that have inspired me to give these messages. Thank you. So let me know if you guys resonate with any of this. I don't know if I even have Aries or Taurus in the house. Okay, next is Gemini. I feel like there might be a delay from when I'm saying something to when you're getting it, to when I'm reading it in the chat. Because I see some responses to things that I've said like a few minutes ago. Tangi Andrews, thank you for those words. I always put myself down to make others feel better about themselves. Yeah, don't. Yeah, there seems to be a slight delay for the chat. I'm trying to see if I'm able to reduce the reaction time. So no slow mode. Okay. By the way, guys, after we're done, I made a new short. I make shorts if you're not, you're not seeing them, if they're not shown on your feed. Go to my shorts tab after we're done with this video, and watch my most recent one, attachment versus connection. I mean, watch whatever you want, obviously, but specifically attachment versus connection. I don't know why it's not getting the exposure I want it to get, but if you can give it a little boost, that would be great, because it's an important message that I wanted to echo. And feel free to do that with any of the messages you see that you believe are important, that you would want them to echo. Give them a boost, or a share, or whatever, you know. And of course, if you didn't like this video yet, be sure to press the like button, and thank you. Now, I don't know why, I'm feeling inspired to give someone that watches this live half off private reading. Okay, half off private reading. So, but it will need to be booked in the next 24 hours. So from now until, you know, count a day from now. So if there's anyone in the chat that wants a discount code, let me know in the chat. 50% off. One. I'm giving out one, so the first person to say, I'll make a code specifically for them. I think I'm picking up that someone needs to have a, someone could benefit, I'm being corrected, with having a live session with me. Phone or video, whichever you choose. So it's a one-time thing, half off. Huh. Isn't this nice? I'm gonna do it now. It doesn't have to happen in the next 24 hours. We don't have to speak in the next 24 hours, but it will need to be booked for whenever in the next 24 hours. So I'm just looking at, so yeah, it will either apply, I needed to remind myself which type of sessions I have. Nelson Silva, you accept. Wonderful. I just wanted to clarify, and I was going to say it before you said it, that you accept, and it's yours, Nelson. It's either for the phone session of 45 minutes or the live video session of 50 minutes. Okay? So not the half 25 minutes, either a 45 minutes phone session or a 50 minutes video session. If you can, I recommend a video, but it's completely up to you. For obvious reasons, it's just being able to look into you guys' eyes, but everybody has their own comfort level, so it can absolutely be a phone session for 45 minutes. So I'm going to create a code for you right now before I move to Gemini. That is so cool. Let's see. Again. You're welcome, Nelson. Diania, you have a couple of folks that need it. I didn't see another one. Was there another one? Tanji wrote yes, but I wasn't sure that that's what she meant or he meant. Hold on, I'm gonna do it. So, Nelson, I need to do something technical to get you to have it. Actually, I'm gonna do it right now. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do it right now because I don't want to forget. Productions at gmail.com. Diania says that Tangi needs it too. Tangi, do you want to confirm that you also wanted it? Because I wasn't sure if that's what, I don't want to assume. Sorry, I'm just doing something technical here, and then I'm going to move to Gemini. So thank you guys for your help. It's just, I got it wrongly to give that, so I'm just going to listen. Tangi, if you wanted it too, let me know, okay? Okay, there we go. And password. Okay, now let's go into it. Sorry it's taking a moment, guys. I make a promise and I want to make sure that I'm able to. Tanji, Nelson says he's willing to give it to you, but that's only if you're actually interested. So if you want to let us know, and it's okay either way. Don't feel stressed. You just wrote yes, so I want to make sure it's not like a misunderstanding. Okay. I'm really getting there. I'm like really, really getting there. I did it. Okay. Okay. So, you know what? I made two. I created two. There's one for you. And Tanji, if you want one too, let me know right now. And if you don't, then someone else can grab it. So currently there's two, one for Nelson for sure, one more available of 50% off. Okay? So, Nelson, the code is capital letters Nelson. So if you want to go to your, so I'm gonna put the link right here. Existential shift.me. Okay, so I recommend you use it now because there are two availables and I just said it out loud. So you can go now and just book for whenever there's an availability and you want, but it needs to happen like in the next 24 hours, preferably now, because I just said the code out loud. So anyone can technically do it. But whoever says that they also want it, I'll give them the second one. Okay? All right. Great, Nelson. Yay, looking forward to talking to you. That's exciting. Okay, now we're doing Gemini. Message from Gemini's ancestors, skilled, loving ancestors, to specific Gemini seekers that need to receive an important message now, relevant message. High frequency, please. Broad frequency. I don't like the term high frequency, and yet I use it. It's a habit. Broad frequency. Watch my 13th element about the truth on high vibes. High versus low frequencies. It's also on the 13th element playlist. You guys getting some homeworks during this live. Oh my God, 15 minutes in, we only did 2 signs. That's okay. Gemini. Gemini, some of you are facing a crossroad, a decision that is very meaningful, that will affect a big aspect, huge aspect of your life moving forward in the long term. It's a real meaningful choice of paths that you're facing now. You cannot allow yourself, that's a strong advice, to have anyone influence that with coercion disguised as advice. And certainly not guilt. Think that this is a decision that isn't for the next couple of days or couple of weeks or even couple of months. This is literally an opportunity that you either take now or you don't. And it's not one of those things that happen all the time. It's not one of it's like the love of your lives doesn't come every Monday. Or, different ones. Oh yeah, I missed that one. I'll wait for the other one. It's so it's something meaningful. Tanji, you say yes. Okay, same code for you, Nelson, in capital letters. And I recommend you do it now because I said it, and anyone that will see the recording might, I don't know, I can't control what other people do. So I put the links right above you. It's the existentialshift.as.me. It will apply either to a 45 minutes phone session or a 50 minutes video session. I would love to see you face to face, but it's completely up to you and your comfort level. So I do recommend doing it now because you have to do it. You need to do it it only applies to the next 24 hours anyway. So you may as well, and you can book it to whenever, as long as you're booking it now. So Nelson and Tanji, I'm so looking forward to speaking to the both of you. How fun. And both codes are Nelson in capital letters, Nelson. Okay, so Gemini, don't worry, I'm still in the line of thinking, of channeling and what I've been saying. You really want to take this seriously and listen to your system and to your heart and to your spirit. This is not about other people. This is not about expectations. This is not about demands of the moment. It's about your life. So, think what is best for your life. long term. This is the kind of decision that I'm picking up that you're facing. No, it doesn't have to be Gemini sun. It could be moon or rising. And guys, these are channeled messages. If any of the message, you know, it's not your sign, but you're like feeling like, oh my God, this really speaks to me, take it. And if we arrive to your sign and you're like, oh, this really doesn't speak to me, then leave it. You know, it's okay. I feel like I need to also pull a card, an angel card for Gemini, but I realized I didn't do it for Aries, so we're gonna also pull a card for Aries in retrospect. Okay. Just Dana Dane, your Virgo sun, Taurus moon, and rising. Ooh. You only missed Taurus. Okay. Because I started with Aries. So, Gemini. Angel message for Gemini. Time. Micha. Okay, because of the nature of the message that I gave, it's not that you have time, it's that time is of the essence. And see this? You know it. You know the truth. Your intuition is strong. But it's like, but it feels, this character feels so immovable, so in stalemate. Time is of the essence. Getting it very strongly. Don't let this train leave without you. Don't let this train leave without you. Because this train is not gonna make a U-turn. Once the train is gone, it's like a whole other timeline opens up, and it's not necessarily a better timeline. It's not like, oh, whatever, anything is great, anything is fine. Yeah, if you take a detour of 10 lifetimes because you choose again the same karma, you'll still be around. You're an infinite soul, great. But it's like you will sustain the same suffering for another few lifetimes. Certain blessings you don't say no to. Wow. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So before I move to anything else for Gemini? No, that was, no, that's it. Pointed. Okay, so before I move to Cancer, I just wanted to be fair. I'm going to pull one for Aries. And if you're kind enough to timestamp this, if you can also write that angel message is given to Aries like in this time, so they know that they have it too. Angel guidance for Aries, please. In alignment with the message that they got from their ancestors. Oh my God, creativity. And it's Nathaniel, which means Natan El, given by God. Nathaniel and Jonathan, Yehonatan, is both means given by God. Creation. So creativity, I'm sorry. So I don't know why I saw creation. It looks like creation. So Aries, this really, if going back to your message, the co-creation from creativity, you are a sign of inspiration and creation, co-creation, and life-giving fire, light-giving fire. It was given to you, Nathanael. It was given to you by God. Anima Mundi, Lord, Lordess, Cosmic Buddha. They're all the same, just different names. It's like, our collective higher self. Listen to the inspiration and the creativity that comes from your gut, from your center, from your hara. It's not selfish, it's from the divine. Okay, it's how the divine speak to us. It brings us back to the message for the collective with intuition. Our ancestors are speaking to us via our intuition. Okay. Right, so next is Cancer. I'm hearing I want cake. Baby, I want it too. I want cake too, I understand. You're like, someone is like, I don't care. I don't care about my ancestors. I don't care about love. I don't care about money. I just want cake. I just want to eat cake. Okay. Okay, to the Cancerian out there that is just like, I don't care, just give me cake. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. You just made my day. I was like, they're like, they don't understand what's important. Focused on ancestors. We just need cake. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is, that's wisdom. That is pure wisdom. Um, it's pure wisdom, just give me vegan cake though. That but yeah, I relate. I understand. Sometimes all I want is cake. So to the Cancerian out there who just want cake, go get it. Go get it. Life is short. Go get your cake. and and it's like, and they're like, I'm not a Marie Antoinette. So you didn't say you were. I didn't say you were. I understand. There's no judgment. There's no judgment. You understand. You always eat bread, and every now and then you want cake. It's okay. I always eat bread, and every now and then I just want cake. And then when finally the cake is presented in front of me, I usually can't eat it because it's not vegan. And then that's the pain. I am very good at acting cool when I see a cake that I can't eat. I am very graceful about it. Like, you would never guess that I'm burning on the inside and like maybe I was reading my own, the inner child in me that just wants cake. I don't know. But it was great. Anyway, crimes against art, vegan pancake. That's so funny. I've been eating vegan pancakes all week. I made like an entire batch of vegan pancakes, and I've been making and I've been making them for myself. Like, I've been eating them every day. Yeah. So it's easy to do. It's really easy to make vegan, desserts. It's just the people are so, they're used to the way they're used to doing things. Well, I'm always pouring milk into it. If I'll do the same, but instead of milk, I'll pour like plant-based milk, my world will shatter. If instead of 1 cup of milk, I'll put 1 cup of coconut milk, almond milk, whatever, my entire universe and matrix will just collapse. And I can't. So I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. And so, I'm graceful. I'm graceful on the outside. Whoever did this for me, let me know, please, that you're the one who wanted cake. Cancer, other than the cake, this was part of Cancer's. Listen, no, don't you judge Cancer's reading. But of course, it's just the beginning. Message from the ancestors, please, from loving, skilled ancestors for my Cancerian seekers that need to hear the specific, important messages. Well, the message is eat the goddamn cake. You know, stop abusing yourself. And this doesn't have to be just about the cake. It could be the movie theater tickets. It could be the taking the detour to watch so that you can see the scenery, the scenic path. It's staying an extra 30 minutes later than what you normally go to sleep to binge that nice Netflix show. Like, it's okay. We can't ever keep all the rules when we never break the rules. The only way to keep the rules is by every now and then breaking them. Why? Because we are imperfect creatures that don't operate well under perfection. It sends us to oblivion. Our system does not appreciate that. Our mind desires that, but it's actually the ego disguised as the mind. And it also fear disguises the mind, because when we are not perfect, we're not in control. And if we are perfect, then we're in control, and then life is not as scary. Okay? You're not eating the cake. Yes, usually it's because you're trying to be good with your nutrition and with your diet and with, you know, whatever the case may be. I'm hearing it's not the first piece, it's the second piece. Fine, eat the second piece. It's okay. No one cares. Dude, no one cares. They're not looking at you and judging you. You're not that important. Here, how's that for you? No one notices. No one knows. No one cares. If they did notice, they wouldn't care. Because let me tell you something. They also want cake. They understand. They know the importance. They know. You know, whenever you start with the first course and then the second course, and only then you finish with the third course, it's not because you know that the cake is less important. It's because you want to do the right thing the right way. The fuck is the right thing the right way? I don't even know what that's about. You're gonna eat it anyway. It's gonna go into your stomach. It's one thing if you're eating the greens first and then you wait 30 minutes before the cake. That's a different story. But if you're eating the greens and then immediately after you're eating the cake, you may as well eat the cake and then eat the greens. It doesn't really matter. It only matters when there's a given amount of time spaced between. Or they want to watch me eat cake, deliver the cake. Deliver the vegan cake, I'll eat it. Sure. If the bottom line is that I get to eat it, that's fine. You know? So it could literally be a cake, but it could be other things as well. I'm picking up on Cancerians that are really harsh on themselves. And also take themselves too seriously. People are not, they're not judging you. They don't, I mean, they judge you if they're obsessed with you. Why else will they notice? Would they notice if you're grabbing another piece of cake or a cake, or, you know, if it's a judgmental parent or a judgmental partner, what they're doing to you is abusive. It's not about the cake. Leave their ass. Move out. Kick them out. I don't know. Guys, chillax. If someone just said something, don't kick them out. But you know what I mean? If it's a systematic thing of shaming, if you think it's your inner mind, but it's actually, some of you are carrying a parental voice inside your head that you associate as your own head, but it's actually your mom or dad telling you, why are you eating that piece of cake? And they're shaming you. And you're a kid. Of course you'll grab the cookie. What else are you gonna do as a kid? That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to grab the freaking cookie and enjoy it and not give it a second thought. That is healthy. That is good. A child shouldn't worry about eating a second cookie. The parent needs to make sure that the cookie is not saturated with sugar and chemicals, that they're making healthy, good, nutritious cookies for them at home that they can eat, that they can grab more than one piece with like dry fruit or, you know, dark chocolate. Like, you can make delicious desserts and have them be healthy. So if you're a parent out there and you're shaming your kid, it's like the other way around. and you're explaining to me or to yourself that it's because you care about their health. Make healthy cookies and let your child be happy, God damn it, and stop abusing them because your own parent abused you. Maybe it's your reason, it's not your excuse. So whether you're doing it to a child, or you're doing it to your own inner child, or you're allowing your parents' voice do that to you, aka you're doing it to yourself, stop. Ask yourself, are you being so stingy with yourself because it's truly mature and wise and whatever story? Or are you reiterating psychological issues and judgment? Let yourself go. Let yourself be, you know? Relieve yourself of that. You know, the reason I don't eat the non-vegan cake has nothing to do with me. It has to do with the cow. I'm not eating it because I'm on a diet or because it's not because of that. No shame on being on a diet. I'm not trying to shade anybody. It's just, I'm doing it because I don't get to make decisions that hurt another being, sentient being that would never do anything to hurt me. So the choice of yes cake or not cake has nothing, it's not for me or about me. It's not mine to take. If I choose to eat that cake, it's not my choice, not really. Because that cow wasn't given a choice. It was forced into pregnancy, and then it had its baby forced taken from her as soon as she gave birth, and then with metal hoses stuck to her I forget the word, forced to take the milk that was meant for her baby. Did she have a choice? No. She was raped for her milk. So that's not my choice to make. When I'm not taking that cake, it's not because I'm choosing not to eat the cake. It's not my choice to make. How dare I? You know? So, but I can tell you, if all cakes in the world were vegan, I'd be choosing time and time again to eat the motherfucking cake. Right? And then I would exercise. And then I would also eat tons of greens to balance my digestive system. But life is too freaking short to not be happy and to deprive yourself of things that can make you happy, that actually are your choice, right? That you do have the right to make that choice because it's about you. So Cancer, let yourself be happy, my love, please. Like, the fact that everything is temporary doesn't mean we should not be happy and that we should always be serious. Quite the opposite. The fact that everything is temporary means we should be happy and take things seriously. Like, we can be seriously happy or happily serious, you know, while eating a cake. Okay, I've taken this too far, but I think you got the picture, and that was the message. That was a lot of message. And if anybody here thinks it was about a cake, you haven't been listening. Rewatch. Anyone out there that is making cakes that are not vegan, I wasn't trying to shame you. It's just maybe just rethink things. I love you guys. I know you don't mean harm, but so many things that we do out of habit that we don't mean to cause harm, but we do because we're not paying attention, or because we won't break a system, a habit. Try, you know, or don't. Do whatever you want. Angel message for Cancer, please. Divine justice, Archangel Camuel. just had a conversation about this today. Divine justice versus, or cosmic justice versus mundane human justice, which is very important as well. But you know, it's basically the entire rant that I just gave about cake. So, yeah, because of everything we know, we should avoid eating cake. But then there's the cosmic, the divine justice, the divine truth of how important it is for our soul and for our spirit and for our hearts to give ourselves a freaking break in moments of ease. It's so hard all the time, life, you know? It's so Saturnian, it's so restrictive, it's so scary, right? Just grasp on those moments that give you momentary joy. Yes, they're momentary. Yes, they will pass. That doesn't mean you shouldn't take them just because they're momentary. Everything is temporary. Everything is momentary. Everything passes. So what, we'll just skip everything? I say it a lot. Just because something is temporary doesn't mean it's not real or not important. And also, regardless, Cancerian, I'm picking up, things will be set right. If there's something that you're worried about, the justice of things, things are set right. Divine justice is at play. Equilibrium is at play. Things happen perfectly. So don't worry about that. You're protected. Okay. Wow. We're already over an hour and I only did 4 signs. That's okay. Let's do Leo. I had a few rants, right? So, message from Leo's ancestors. I like that it turned into a channeling session. It feels good. Bottom of the deck, communication. How fitting. Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel, my strength is from God. Anyway, hey Lori, you're a Leo. Awesome. Good. Nelson and Tunji, let me know if it worked out for you with the code, because I did it quite quickly. So if you're having any trouble, any technical troubles, let me know. It's supposed to be like 50% off with code Nelson. Okay, so let me know that it worked or that it's working. It's not working for you? Okay. Let me see. Thank you. Let me see. Did you go to the existentialshift.as.me? It says session not available. Okay, let me check. Which session did you choose? Because it applies to the 45 minutes phone session or the 15 minutes video session. It doesn't apply to the 20 minutes phone session. I believe I'm sure I know I mentioned it in the beginning. The video. Okay, let me check. My types. So the video session itself is available. It's on, so you go into it and you put the coupon code. Did you get to the point where it asks you to put the code? No, I believe you. I'm just trying to understand. So, and when you put the code, does it cut the price in half or not? Or like what does it give you? What does it notify you? So it cuts the price in half. So it does the thing. Okay, and then you continue trying to use your card, and then what does it say? And Tanji, if you're here, if you want to let me know if it works for you so we can see if it's just Nelson or if it's something here that I need to fix. So Nelson, do you have like PayPal or Venmo? It says session no longer available. Oh, that's funny. Okay, well, in my system it says that it is, so that's weird. Did it ask you to choose like a time slot? Interesting. Good to know. Like maybe there's a bug in my system. Yes to what? You say no and yes, and I don't remember what I asked already. So when you answer yes or no, clarify yes what or no what. So if you have PayPal or Venmo, here's what we can do. Just send me payment through PayPal or Venmo. I'm gonna write the link here, and then write in the comment section that I think it gives your email, but just in case, in the note, write your email address, and then I'll email you and tell me when when you have availability to book a session. You don't have what? What do you mean you don't have it? Because I asked you several questions, so I don't know what it refers to. Okay, so you don't have PayPal. That's fine. Do you have Venmo? You have Venmo. Perfect. So I'm gonna put. I copy pasted here 3 links. There's one of them is Venmo. Oh, you don't have Venmo. Okay. Do you have? Go to Coffee, the first link. That's probably why it wouldn't let you have the session, because it accepts, because my scheduling portal accepts PayPal and I believe Venmo. But go to the first link to Coffee and see if you can send the payment through there. And then in the note, write down your email address. That's important. And then just send the amount that is half the amount, right? And then I'll reach out to you. I'll write you a message either on Coffee or I'll email you, and we will schedule. And also write down when you have availability, like good times, good hours. Write me a few availabilities and I'll come back to you with what is a good time. Does that work, Nelson? So I'm right here. I'll continue with Leo, but great. So I'm here, continuing with the message. Let me know in the chat that it worked. Okay, and Tenji, if you're hearing this, let me know if the scheduling from the existentialshift.as.me works for you, and if not, we'll figure something else with you as well. Okay, good to know, but you know, it's weird. Well, you're saying you don't have PayPal or Venmo. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Let me ask you something. Did the scheduling portal, the existentialshift.as.me, did it let you put in credit card information? I'm just curious if it accepts card. I don't even remember what I accept. It's funny. Okay. Leo. Message for Leo, please. Message for Leo from their ancestors, from loving, skilled ancestors, for the Leo seekers that need to hear this message. I'm recording this on an empty moon in Leo, and in a few hours there will be a new moon in Leo, and I'm feeling the stillness, but it's very focused, very aware type of stillness. It's meditative, like it's meditation, being in the zone, being in the flow. Leo, some of you are regaining lost pieces of your soul that got fragmented in different times. And don't freak out, it happens to everyone in traumatic times, in past lifetimes. And then as we clear karma and as we regain our sense of self and recall ourselves, we re-strengthen, we recompile ourselves. So you feel a lot more empowered, a lot more focused, and you tell and some of you are like freaking out, like, what is this? Who am I? What is happening to me? This is who you are, that you forgot, or that you were just partial. You were just a part of it because it got spread out. But I think you've done some good work, and regained back your energy and your life force, your chi, and your it's going to bring back intuition. You're suddenly going to, maybe you're already starting to have certain clairvoyant experiences or psychic experience where you just know something, or just you have this really strong gut instincts of what to do, and you can't really explain it, and it works out for the better, and you're like, wow, how did I know that? Or how did I know to do that? It's like something recently has helped you, and I'm not taking credit from you, you've done the work yourself, but something interesting. You have been kind to someone that is not used to people being kind to them in the way you were kind to them. You saw them and you considered them, and it's not something that they're used to experiencing. They're used to people either using them or kind of projecting onto them. They're not used to people seeing them as they are. And here you came and you just saw them and treated them as they are. Very interesting. You didn't project onto them. That came with a major blessing. They blessed you somehow, or maybe it's not necessarily that they actively blessed you, but something about them, the fact that you saw them or were kind to them or have been considerate to them in a certain way, has been a very, it's been very impressive to spirit, or it had a really powerful good karma that came with that. So they give you that in return, like, okay, you saw me, and then you were considerate of me. Because maybe they're used to, this is very interesting, when they're seen, they're not used to being considered of. They're used to either maybe being feared or being judged. And they're like, okay, people either don't see me for who I am, they just project stuff onto me, or when they see me, they mistranslate it and treat me badly or unfairly. You know, you saw them and you treated them properly. And so they gave you something in return that somehow resulted in you regaining your regality and your full heart, your spirit, fragmented aspects of you, of yourself. Wow. Okay, so you've been blessed by, you had an opportunity. You know what this reminds me of? There's the story of an old hag, a homeless beggar, comes and knocks on a door of a household and begs for just a piece of bread. And she knocks on door after door, and everyone just casts her away. If most don't even open the door for her and just let her be cast in the snow. And then you open the door, and you can tell she's not a beggar. You can see into her soul. And you're also kind enough to her. You give her a piece of bread, or even more than that. And then she transforms into, like, I don't know, a wish-giving fairy or something like that. It's like almost like a test, something that presents itself not as the light that it is, like in a more simplistic manner, but you see it and you treat it accordingly, and it comes with like a blessing. So Leo, that's the kind that makes me want to cry. Wow. Like, you passed a major spiritual test. So you've been blessed with retrieving a lot of your power and energy that was lost in time. It's so beautiful. Okay. Wow, Leo. So own it. Don't fear it. Don't be confused by it. It's you. You're worthy of it. Honor it. Express gratitude. You're trusted to not abuse it. That's why it's given back to you. And I'm hearing it's just the start. So it wasn't the end of it. So this is going to be a continuous thing. Okay. Angel message for my Leo seekers, or whoever needs to hear this from their ancestors. Okay, I got 2. I have illumination from Archangel Jophiel, and what is this? Completion from Azrael. Jophiel is Yophiel, the beauty of God, or beauty from God, and Azrael is help from God. Yeah, this is that old beggar, but her true face. It's almost like it's been like it was like an angel in disguise. And they're a lot more powerful than what they present themselves. They have some like real, I don't want to say powers, it sounds dramatic, but something there's something very blessed about them, and you've been touched by them. They see you seeing them. They've recognized you recognizing them. And it's like they choose to touch you with their, their magic touch or golden touch. I don't want to say Midas touch because it has a negative connotation, but like golden light touch. You've been upgraded. Something that would have taken you maybe decades or years or even lifetimes. Just that experience with this person. So it tells me you've met someone very, I don't want to say a saint. That's such a dramatic word, but they're not, no, I'm not going to use that word. It's a human being. But there's something very spiritually and energetically broad in advance about them. And the fact that you were able to see them tells them something about you, because most people don't have the capacity to see them. They don't have the bandwidth, the energetic bandwidth to grasp them or to contain or recognize what it is that they're facing. It's like, think of a majestic lion, but people don't have the capacity to recognize it's a lion, so they see a puppy, or they see a cub, or they see a kitty, and very few can tell that it's a lion, right? Because we can only grasp that which exists in us. So to them and to spirit, the fact that you grasp them gives you an upgrade, give you a promotion, a spiritual promotion. Beautiful. Almost said Aries. Leo. Okay, next is Virgo. You're welcome, Lori. Nelson, an update from you. How are we looking over at coffee? Is that working? And if it's not working, here's my recommendation. This is your time to open a PayPal and or Venmo. It's super easy. Like if you have a bank account or a credit card or a debit card, you can open a PayPal or Venmo. And that way you can do these things without trouble. You just go to paypal.com and sign in and go through the process. It's very friendly. You go to venmo.com, sign in, start the process. It's also very user-friendly, very safe. Everybody use them. Today, it's almost impossible to make transactions without the two, and and they connect to your bank account. So it's just, so Nelson, if coffee doesn't work as well, maybe consider this as an opportunity, right? Every challenge is an opportunity, not a roadblock, but a road sign. Yes, I'm working on it. Okay. So, if you're working on coffee, then do what we said. Write me your email, or I'll just write you a message on coffee. And if you're opening PayPal, just do the regular equity, the regular scheduling portal, because that will make my life easier. But honestly, whatever works. Okay. Wow, Leo, that was a very powerful message. Bottom of the deck, special message. Yeah, a special message. Guardian angel. You have yourself a guardian angel now. You've earned a guardian. By the way, this is just so you guys know. Not everybody. I know it's gonna sound terrible. Some people have more guardian angels than others, and not everybody has one. So if you have one, it's not rare. It's actually common, but it's also special. You've earned yourself another guardian angel. And this could be maybe not an actual angelic, but maybe it's this person that they're now like looking out for you, kind of thing. You've made a really powerful ally. I'm feeling strongly that you have done something. I don't know what you've done to impress them so much, but you've done something to earn yourself a very meaningful ally. So congratulations. Like a real bestie. It's not new. They keep correcting me. I love that. It's not a new one. Maybe that's how you recognize them, because you knew them. Okay, I need to move on to the next message. It's sidetracking for me now. So, Virgo. Leo, your message made me want to cry. My heart is so full right now. You know what I'm hearing? Princess Bride? The as you wish kind of thing. You've earned yourself someone who will as you wish you for like, you've earned an as you wisher. And it's not like a stalker stan type. This is like, I mean, look at their energy, right? Like, look at this. Like, you got 3 cards, Leo. You've earned this with your energy. Like, something that you've done, you've earned yourself 3 angel messages, 3 cards that came out. So it's like, so you should be, it sounds like I'm complimenting them, but, well, I am to a certain degree, but mostly I'm complimenting you because you're the one who managed to recognize someone who's cloaked. And I bet it's very lonely for them to be cloaked. It's dangerous for the lion, for everyone to know they're a lion. Because everybody wants their spot. And everybody wants to be them, everybody wants to have them, everybody wants to be next to them, everybody say they love them, but they don't. It's more so wanting to have them, wanting to be them, wanting to be next to them. It's more greed-based, presented as love. And so these types of energies are so cloaked by spirit so that they're able to continue roaming in the world and do their work, right? That's why I rarely do sessions of channeling, because once a channel comes through, I can't just stop it or say no. Sometimes it just is a flood that's just like, okay, sometimes the message is 5 minutes, sometimes the message is a lot longer. It is what it is. But you've seen through the cloak, and I think it got them so moved to be seen, and then it comes with danger, but then it wasn't dangerous. You didn't make it dangerous. You didn't try to control them. You didn't try to hold on them, to have them be yours. I mean, you have made such an impression on such a interesting being. So, yeah, I'm just very moved by this, like, because I'm also feeling them. I'm feeling how their heart kind of broadened, and something, you healed something in them. Wow, okay. Next, Virgo. Nelson, please update me if you're doing this through coffee or through opening a PayPal or Venmo, because I just really want to know what's up, and then have it be settled, because well, when I make a promise, I like to keep to it, and I want it to be sorted before the live ends, so that we make sure that it's already set. Because right now we can talk and figure this out. So if you could just, because usually it's not a long process. It's fairly like quick. That's why I'm asking. Okay. So just need to breathe that out. Virgo, now Virgo. It's amazing how people can be moved by feeling seen, truly seen. Okay. Virgo. Message from Virgo's ancestors, loving, skillful ancestors, for Virgo's seekers that need to hear this message. Virgo. The reason, wait. I'm processing something that is coming through. I just want to make sure I don't confuse things. Virgo. Virgo, something similar to what Taurus had. You need to start taking yourself seriously. And I don't necessarily mean like mundane type of seriousness. Like, you need to start acknowledging your strong intuition. You need to start acknowledging your knowledge. Acknowledging what you know, what you sense, what you see. It's not even about, with Taurus, it was like Taurus recognizes what they know and what they see, but it was about doing that in front of other people, not belittling themselves in front of others. With you, it's even in front of yourself. You need to stop belittling yourself to yourself. Like, you do not appreciate yourself. Not even remote, not even by a percentage to what there is to appreciate. You are extra humble. I'm picking up, like, there is such a thing. Like, extra humble. But to the degree where it's already like a form of self-deceit. You know, you gotta see yourself for what you are. It's not about showing off. It's not about vanity. It's not about patronizing others or belittling others. It's not even in relation to others. It's just about recognizing yourself. Someone's got to be very smart. Someone's got to be super talented. It may as well be you, because it is you. So I'm tapping into some Virgos that are just, I don't know if it comes, it's not even insecurity, it's humility. So that's even more impressive. That's even more impressive, because you're so impressive and then you're so genuinely humble. People have no idea how brilliant you are because you're so freaking humble. I make it sound like it's a bad thing. It's just, it's too much. You're taking it too far, and you're depriving yourself of, you know, good opportunities that you're worthy of if you'll just present yourself as the wonderful self that you are. And then people will want to hire you. People want to hang out with you. People want to do stuff for you. Like, it's not because they're a hypocrite. It's not because of anything. It's not because they'll be, it's not, you know, sometimes it's also like, what's the word? There's that syndrome. Imposter syndrome. You're like, you have that imposter syndrome where you're like, oh, they might find out that I'm not that great. It also comes from, they're not going to find out that you're not that great. They're going to find out that you're even greater than you present yourself, because you always present yourself. You know how people tend to over-exaggerate themselves? You tend to underrate yourself. People lose out of you, and you lose out of you. And if you were to show them or tell them, and they'll start treating you better, it's not because they're greedy or hypocrite or don't love you for who you are. Quite the opposite. Right now, as they see you as smaller than you are, they're treating you for not exactly as you are. But if they'll see what and who you are, then they'll treat you exactly appropriate to what you are, to your true self. Right now, they can't treat you as your true self because you're not showing your true self that is freaking magnanimous. Sorry, my hair is driving me insane. It's an ongoing. But if you'll, you know, if you'll start presenting yourself more appropriately, more in alignment with your awesome self, then they'll treat you as you are. Right now, they're not treating you as you are. Then it will be an authentic, appropriate treatment. And if it and once you try it, and you'll get some admiration and some people wanting to do stuff for you, that is treating you appropriately for what you are. You're deserving. You're worthy. Not like deserve, aka like you know, like from a controlling place. It's like worthy, earned. So that. What else for Virgo? You need to give people a chance to see you. You can't, you know, be surprised that they're not fully seeing you. They're not showing them. If you hide, if you belittle, if you underrate, they treat you. Not everyone is like the Leo energies that we saw, that they're able to see through the cloaked energy. And also that energy was cloaked by spirit. You might also be cloaked by spirit, you know, but it could be that this extreme humility comes from being cloaked by spirit. But I'm picking up, if we're getting this message, open up, show. Show what you know, show what you're experienced in, show your successes, show your, not like show it off, but where it's relevant. If someone raises their hand, it's like, is there a doctor in the house? Because someone just dropped, and you're a doctor, say, yeah, I'm a doctor. Don't hide in the corner waiting for another doctor to possibly, because maybe that other doctor is better and I shouldn't jump ahead. You're the doctor in the room. Get up. Help. What are you doing? So, what else for Virgo? I'm picking up, especially for the women, but also for the men, accentuate your beauty. Like fix your hair, your face, your clothes, accentuate your beauty. There's a lot to work with. It's like on a multi-level aspect, I feel like you're underrating yourself and underselling yourself or undershowing yourself. Emphasize, you know, I'm picking up on some Virgos out there that if they had dressed the way some other people dress, that they know how to complement their positive aspects, they would be like the only thing anyone ever looks at when they walk into a room. So maybe you're a little bit embarrassed by it. Maybe you're having a hard time with walking into a room, if that's the case as well. Like exterior beauty, if you're like feeling uncomfortable, a little awkward, stop, get used to it. When you'll grow much older, you'll look back at those times and wish you had taken advantage of the blessing of also exterior beauty. Exterior beauty is also good karma from past lifetimes. Okay? You've earned it. If you're proud of your brain that was given to you by birth, yeah, you can improve it and strengthen it. But just like beauty, you're giving it by birth, and then you can improve it, right? But I find it funny where everyone is like so focused on, oh, beauty is not our control, but our insight is. Well, genes also affect IQ and, you know, internal health, generally speaking. It's not all of it, but it's a part of it. Same goes, so like both aspects are not to your control, so, but you'll be proud of this, but dismissive of that. Be proud of all of it, or just live through all of it and don't judge yourself. If you were blessed with, if you received good karma, don't dish it, don't dismiss it, don't brush it off like it doesn't mean anything. Don't brush off your soul's journey and your hard-earned work, okay? So Virgo, what is a angel message for Virgo? Oh, emotion, fuel. Wear your heart on your sleeve more. You are so sweet, so gentle, so humble, so kind, so everything. Let people see these parts of you. Some of you are acting tough when you're super sensitive. I understand. We all do that, but you know, Spirit is really emphasizing, your ancestors are emphasizing, you've earned all of this. Live it. Let people see. Let people be blessed by your energy as well. You're depriving them of the joy of knowing your heart that is so inspiring and so sweet. Okay? This is for my broad frequency Virgos that some ancestors chose to share it with. Okay. Beautiful. So now we have Libra. Okay, we're only halfway through. And it's like almost 2 hours. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm very tired. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to do Libra now. That will be half of the zodiac, right? Aries through Libra. And then tomorrow I'm going to come in again. I'm going to go live sometime tomorrow night. And we'll do Scorpio through Pisces and then also Fucus. Okay, so Libra will be the last for tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, takes a lot of energy to process all of this, and I didn't expect for it to be so long. So this will be part 1. Okay, Nelson, where are we? Where do we stand? Let me know, because we're doing the last sign now. I mean, worst case, you can also write in the comment section afterwards, but I think it would be ideal if we could figure this out now. If not, we'll just do it through in the comment section afterwards. But give me an update right now of where is it standing? What are you doing right now? Card issues. Is there a solution to that, or is that something you don't see resolved today? You'll figure it out. I trust you. Go for it. Okay, so Libra. Okay. Message from our Libra seekers. Okay, Libra, message for Libra seekers from loving, skillful ancestors. Guys, just generally speaking, when you ask for messages from your ancestors, from spirit guides, clarify loving, skillful ones. They can't go through your free will and what it is that you declare. You just gotta be knowledgeable enough to know to declare that. If you're asking for any ancestor, then any ancestor has the door open. Do you like all your family members? Do you trust all your family members? Same goes for ancestors, okay? And also they could mean well, but not be very skillful necessarily. So, loving, skillful ancestors. Message for Libra seekers, please. What do they need to know at this time? I'm hearing a show. A show. If there's a show, go for it. Go to it. See it. Could be a little show that you're invited on. Go. um, or there was a show that you saw that really resonated with your life or felt like it has really specific messages for you. It's not in your head. Spirit guided you to watch that show, or your ancestors guided you to watch that show. So, yeah, take that as messages. Um, for some, it's not a show. Maybe it's a movie that you saw. Could be someone on YouTube that gave messages. I don't know, but like, if some of you I'm picking up are new to this, so nothing is coincidental. Trust that you were guided somewhere, right? I mean, there are creators who take advantage of that, and they write in the caption of a movie, if you see this video, then it's meant for you. And it's like, so then everybody that get exposed to it press it, and then YouTube just shares it more and more because that's just how the algorithm works. But they prey on that. So not every video with the caption, this video is meant for you if you're seeing it, is the case. But just, if you've been guided naturally by by a caption that wasn't a clickbait, that it's just this, it feels like your story, just hear it, remember that these are general readings. Maybe you resonated with another sign, not necessarily yours. Maybe you're not familiar with your chart and you don't know that that sign is really prominent in your chart, or maybe it's a progressed sign. Like, there's all kinds of aspects to astrology, and above all, these are general channeled messages, or depending on the video, it could be general tarot. So it's not that you are alone sitting in front of me and then it's directed, it's specific. Sometimes the message comes in a different way than you'd expect, right? So not necessarily technically your sign, or not necessarily technically something that, I don't know, there's all kinds of things, but listen to you know, okay? You know when a message is for you and when a message is not for you. Listen to it. So, yeah, Libra, trust that if there was a message that was given to you, that just, you got a message. What else for Libra? Wrong job. Some of you are in a job, doing a job that is not in alignment with you. You have a talent, you have a skill, you have something that you're passionate about, something that you're good at. And you want to listen to that too. Like, the thing that we are either the best at, but also most passionate at, like really love doing, that's, that's the way our spirit, that's the roadmap to our fate, or dharma, or just two very different things. It depends on how you look at it. But soul's, journey or purpose. Like, sometimes people ask me, well, what's my purpose? What are you passionate about? What would you do for free? Without money, what would you do for free? What gives you life? What brightens your light? So let's say you're searching for a job. Apply for things that you feel will make you happy, that you're good at and you enjoy, right? Okay, that's it for that message. Is there something else? If there's someone who can't see you, it's because they're not meant to see you. You're not theirs, they're not yours. Like, your soulmate will recognize you. And if they don't cognitively recognize you, then they'll emotionally recognize you and feel drawn to you and want to spend time with you and be there for you, and they'll feel drawn to you. So whether they understand it cognitively or it's emotional or it's instinctual, it can play out in different manners, but the bottom line, there will be some form of recognition. So if someone is completely not into this or not seeing you, you're not theirs to see, and they're not yours to be seen by. And that's okay. I'm thinking that some of you are trying to fit someone into a role that you have in your head that they're supposed to play. There's a story in your head about what love is or what is your love, and you place them in that character, right? But it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with them as much as like you have this character in mind and you place them in it. Now maybe that character does exist. Maybe you are picking up on someone that is for you, but you trying to place that person as them is the mishap, right? Is the inaccuracy. Like, if they're not cooperating with the narrative that you have in your head, if they're not leaning into that character, if they're not surrendering into that, if they don't feel comfortable in that character, they're not that character. You know, they are a different character in their story or in someone else's story. And they get to write their own story. And if they say, I am not that character in the story that you wrote, that you're trying to make me into, it is for them to say it. It is, you know, we all have that right, and we all have that inner understanding of who we are, who we love. Right? So Libra, I'm sorry, I'm picking up that some of you have a story in your head that could be true or not true. The message is not about the story itself. Rather, someone that you're trying to place into that story that isn't really a part of that story. They have free will. They have their own story and their own path that you're trying to kind of, unfortunately, it feels like you're trying to kind of force it. Now, if you have someone like that, but they are leaning into it, and they do see you, and they do connect with you, that's a different story. That's a different case. It is your story, possibly, right? But this was specifically for Libras that kind of lost themselves a little bit. Now I'm getting a complete opposite of the same narrative. So other Libras do recognize someone that is recognizing them in return. There's a mutual recognition. And again, it doesn't have to be cognitive. It could be in the heart. You can tell that someone reciprocates when someone cooperates. And if that's the case, then that is a different aspect of the reading. Like, there are two messages. Both messages have to do with like placing someone in a character of a story that you've known about. But with one, it's like not that person. They're using a different person. And with others of you, it is that person, but you're getting the mutual reciprocity to a certain degree. And so for those of you that there's no reciprocation and they're like, let go. For those of you that there is reciprocation, maybe that's the confirmation you needed to hear. someone knows that they love you, and that's for the other group that does that there's a mutual recognition. Someone knows that they love you. It's just, and there's reciprocation to it of some sort, but it will grow. Like it's partial now. It's like it's being built up. And but they did grab on that rope, on that string, and they see themselves in that story. They're just, it's being redeveloped. So, you know, patience. Okay. Wow, those were such intense messages. And we only did 6 signs. So Libra. Angel card for Libra. Oh, guys, because Tanji didn't respond at all, and I did make 2 coupons, so if anyone is watching that wants to use the second coupon, Nelson, it's 50% off from either a video or a 45 minutes phone session. So you can also use the code Nelson. Because there's only 2 and one of them is reserved for Nelson, although he might not use it, he might pay in a different way, but just in case, if you know you want to utilize it, let me know in the chat, because Tanji just, you know, she just didn't respond. So I don't wait on things. It's a co-creation, right? Hello, Alex Starwalker. Welcome from Nashville, Capricorn, Sag. Welcome. Okay. Angel card for Libras, please, from the ancestors. Wow, surrender. That is so fitting. Because in both cases, you got to surrender. Right? If it's mutual, then the other person is a co-creator. They'll also partake and create and reciprocate. So surrender. And if it's not mutual, then that's really important to surrender to that. Archangel Azrael, help from God. Surrender and let the higher self that you both have in common kind of guide it. Give credit to the other person to also initiate or show, and have faith. I know it's hard, but have faith, surrender, see what happens. And sometimes difficulties that we're going through are karmic, so we have to surrender. It's just, the more graceful we are with accepting, the easier it will be. But I love that we're finishing up with this message, and we're going to continue and do another live tomorrow night. I'm not sure what time yet, so if you don't have your notifications on, now is the time to press the bell button and turn on notifications from YouTube. That way you'll be able to tune in to anything, but specifically also the next live. So yeah, I think I'm able to redirect to another live if I edit this one. So I'm gonna try for this to redirect it to the next, to part B. But if not, just look for it. It's gonna be there. I'm gonna do it tomorrow night. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your time. We're going to continue with Scorpio and on. Stay magic, stay true. I love you.